Sabi nga nila, to show love for your kids, you have to show love to your wife first. So that's my first priority, to love my wife best I can, show my love, show my appreciation. For my kids, I just try to be a dad to them, try to be an inspiration to them.
For most married couples, having a child is the ultimate dream. But for Carl D. and his wife, making this dream a reality was never easy. Their young relationship has gone through challenges that changed their lives to this day.
Hi, my name is Carl D. I'm a father to 3 beautiful daughters. When I was in college, I was praying to God for success, for prosperity. But instead of giving me success and prosperity, God gave me my wife. So I met my wife during college days, and we stayed together for 7 years. Then we got married, and then everything was going well. And then after a few months of marriage, my wife got pregnant. But unfortunately, she had her first miscarriage. During that time, it was not alarming, but sabi namin, sige, let's try again. When we had our second pregnancy, nag-miscarriage again. So we got worried. So up until the gaps became longer and longer, until the doctor said, now we're gonna have difficulty having a baby. During the first few miscarriages, it was very difficult for my wife. But it was during the third and fourth, that is the more difficult time. Parang a lot of things going on in our head, no? Like, what if wala tayong baby? Especially my wife, she wanted to just stay at home, didn't want to attend the birthday parties, baptismals, gano'n. Now I look back, I really didn't know what to do at that time. I was young, I was 20 plus years old, I didn't know what to do. And I just kept supporting my wife the best I can. I always describe it like whenever you would touch a hot stove, parang mainit na kalan. At first, pag nahawakan mo, parang, uy, ouch. If I'm gonna ask you to touch it again, parang medyo you have fear na di ba? But touching it again 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, that was really parang a lot of fear. But we kept our faith and we kept on praying, and we didn't know what God is gonna give us. But after 5 years, we were able to have our first baby. But ang nakakatuwa dito is when God blesses you, He blesses abundantly. So after our first baby came out, after 3 months, my wife was pregnant na naman. So we had our second baby. And now we have 3 beautiful daughters. They're now ages 9, 8, and 3.
Having been blessed with 3 children, Carl and his wife regularly conduct outreach programs as a way of thanksgiving. Carl believes it enables them to educate people on how to value blessings and share them whenever they can.
During the 5 years of waiting, I guess as a defense mechanism, at one half of your mind is telling yourself na if it's wala, then it's okay. We'll just have to make do. We might adopt whatever comes. So we were just praying and saying, Lord, whatever your will. But never in our mind would we imagine what we have today, which is having 3 beautiful kids. For more than 10 years, I was a corporate guy. And I had to retire from my corporate job. So I retired 4 years ago because I realized I prayed so hard to have my babies, and now I'm spending so much time in the office. So when I retired from my corporate job, I drive them to school. If there's a chance, I pick them up. And I have a home office, so we just all work together. I'm with them during Saturday, Sunday. So we just try to be together and most time possible. There's a saying that for kids, love is spelled as T-I-M-E. So whenever I would drive my kids to school every morning, instead of like checking up on them or trying to discipline them, I try to motivate them, because I feel that our 30-minute drive to school every morning is where I can jumpstart their day. So whenever I drive them to school, I always keep on asking questions, I engage them in conversation, and I always tell them positive and encouraging stuff. Every year during our birthday month, December, me and my wife, we do a charity work. Mostly it's for kids. And the last December, we heard from my sister that in Bataan, the kids there, somewhere up the mountains, the Aita community, they needed sleepers. So we said, okay, this will be our charity work for this year. We're gonna maybe buy 2 boxes of slippers, put it in our family van, and just drive to Bataan. It's a 2-hour drive. Then you have to park your car and cross the bridge to another mountain and then climb up, mga 1-hour climb. So the funny story is, okay, we bought our 2 boxes of slippers and then we somehow shared in Facebook na, hey, we're going to Bataan. In case anybody wanna give some toys, some clothes for the kids, just let us know. Surprisingly, you know how many boxes arrived? Not from 2, it became 10, it became 20, it became 30, 40, 50, and it ended up with 80 plus boxes. How can we carry 80 plus boxes in our family van? And we just message on Facebook na, hi, we have 80 plus boxes. Anybody wanna volunteer their truck? And one friend of mine immediately, in just a split second, say, Carl, I will volunteer my truck, and I know you need two people to help you carry it. So miraculously, a truck came, and we were able to bring all those boxes to Bataan. So 80 plus boxes of clothes, more slippers. We started slippers for the kids. Now we had slippers for their parents, for adults. We had toys, we had food, we had juice, we had breakfast snacks, noodles. Many donations came from all over. Life is very simple for them and they're very appreciative. There's one thing that I admire about them is they appreciate the simple things in life, which sometimes we tend to forget here in the city. Going there and being an example to them na, hey, there's something waiting for you. You just have to work hard and there's hope. If there's one thing that we brought to them is hope.
Kaya po kami na-bless at kaya gusto namin i-share yung blessing sa inyo.
Because of our challenge in life in having a baby, we really feel that we are very blessed. When you're blessed, I think it's just right that you share your blessing. This can be in a form of material blessing, in the form of words of encouragement, in terms of giving hope. So we feel that that's one of our reasons in this world. One of parang reasons for being here is to be a blessing to others. I look back now and I realize that it was during these 5 years that God changed me, especially. Because before I was not too hands-on. My priorities were not really family. It was being successful, my career, my work, financials. It's a typical guy priority. But because of this incident, if you go through these kinds of challenges, I guess God changes your heart. So now, I look back, my priorities are now family, my wife, being a blessing to others.
Edwin and Carl are living proof that helping people have no boundaries. It is not measured by what you have, but rather what you can do for others. I'm Claire Saldran. Join us again next week as we tell you more stories that inform and inspire.